Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with
Here now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. The city comes to life and they got something to say. Come on, let's go. I feel devotion.
We push it, we unstoppable. We climbing, we unstoppable. We ain't taking no L's, it's not possible. For us to win, it's a must and it's not optional. Let's get it, keep it pushing to the limit. Keep working, let's get it. Keep pushing to the limit. Elevate this, let's win it. And keep working, let's get it.
What a start to the new year. What a start to the second half of the regular season. It is round 18. We're at Palau Blaugrana and it is El Clásico. Barcelona welcoming Real Madrid. Real Madrid who are absolutely flying. They've got a 4-game lead at the top of the standings. A sensational season so far for the men from the Spanish capital, who are of course also the reigning champions of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague and looking to express their dominance again tonight.
In the same way in the Clásico, is the wish to win, the rebound, control turnovers, try to control the rhythm. We know perfectly the other team and they know us perfectly too, so we need to do our job the right way and let's see what happens because it's a different game.
Chus Mateo's team have beaten Barca already this season. In fact, they've beaten them 3 times in 3 different competitions in the EuroLeague, the Spanish Super Cup and the Spanish League. Barca are in poor form as well. They've lost 3 of their last 4 in this competition. So Roger Grimau will be hoping that his players can turn things around tonight.
I think it's the ideal match for us, just to recover our sensations playing here in Palau and try to enjoy basketball again.
Yeah, quite a telling comment at the end there from Roger Grimau. Enjoy basketball again. And that word, again, hinting that they're not enjoying basketball at the moment. It's been a tough few weeks for Barca, but they'll try to put all of that out of their minds tonight. Sellout crowd, of course, at Palau Blaugrana. It's going to be an electric atmosphere, as it always is, when Real Madrid are in town. And Barca trying to turn things around from recent form. They lost their last game by 20 points at Monaco. As we take a look at how things stand in this round of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. It's round 18. We had 5 games yesterday. Crvena Zvezda with the big road win at Fenerbahce. All the other winners were the home teams. We're completing round 18 tonight. And then round 19 will start tomorrow. It's a double round week, of course, to start the new year in style. Here's the standings then. Real Madrid, as I mentioned, with a 4-game lead at the top of the standings. It's the best start to a season any team has made since this format was adopted 7 years ago. Barca 11-6, still sitting pretty in 3rd place, but they have not been in good form recently. If that continues, they'll get dragged further down the standings. Here's how they've been faring so far this season. Right up at the top all the way through. Barca just dipping a little bit in the last few weeks with those losses that they have suffered. And we're going to see plenty of big names on the floor tonight. Mario Hezonja, one of them, and he made the news a couple of days ago by being named the EuroLeague Player of the Month, the MVP of the month for December. So Hezonja against his former team in fabulous form, and he is one of the players to watch tonight without any doubt. He's averaging 12 points per game this season, shooting at 40% from long range, good rebounder as well, 4.2 per game. Canan Musa, a very dangerous shooter, averaging 11 points per game. He can hit them from deep as well, also with a 40% average. But really trying to pin down this Real Madrid roster to the most dangerous players is impossible. They all are. They're so deep. That is one of the reasons they are 16-1 at the top of the standings. Barcelona, of course, have plenty of talent as well. Not the least, Jan Vesely, who's having a good season, 11.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, and he had a double-double when Barca suffered a narrow defeat at the Wissing Centre against Real Madrid in October. Nikola Kalinic having a solid all-round season, especially his long-range shooting. Look at that figure on the screen, 44% from beyond the arc for Kalinic, who's made at least one triple in 12 consecutive games. If we want to look for a head-to-head battle today, it doesn't take long to find a key one in the backcourt. Argentine compatriots, they know each other so well. Nicolas Laprovitola and Facundo Campazzo both having excellent season. Campazzo leading the league in assists with 7 per game. Laprovitola leading Barcelona with 14.2 points per game. Laprovitola, of course, a former Real Madrid player as well for 2 seasons, 2019 to 2021. Wonder who he is supporting tonight. Have to pick which Argentine is his favourite. One key one on each side, and a key name back in the Real Madrid roster as well. On the bottom row there, Gershon Yabusel is back for the first time since round 9, recovered from injury. Players missing out for Real Madrid tonight, Rudy Fernandez and Gabriel Deck. As for Barcelona, Roger Grimau has nearly a full roster to call upon. Alex Abrines, though, he is missing. And so Oriol Pauli, who often misses out when there's a full complement, is in the 12 today. Mentioned Laprovitola going up against his former team. So is Billy Hernan Gomez, a former Real Madrid player between 2012 and 2015, launched his EuroLeague career in Madrid, now back in the competition after a long stint in the United States to face his former team in this competition for the first time. Star names wherever you look tonight. Sergio Rodriguez in the backcourt there. The 2 big men for Real Madrid, Vincent Poirier and Eddie Tavares, having a great season as well. Jabari Parker settling with Barcelona. Rokas Jokubaitis, one of the fastest rising young stars. Tomasz Satoranski, such a key player in the backcourt as well. So many potential game winners tonight. There's another one, Fabian Cozer, one of the many veterans in this Real roster who have so much experience of this fixture. The Clásico is nothing new to pretty much everyone competing tonight. None more so than Sergio Llull, who is playing in his 28th Clásico in the EuroLeague alone. Never mind all the other times they face each other, as the Real Madrid players are presented to predictable whistles from the Palau Blaugrana. This won't faze them. They've played in hot atmospheres so many times. They've beaten Barcelona 3 times this season. They beat them last season in the semi-final as well of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. It looks like they're ready to enjoy themselves. They've got their secret handshakes all worked out. And no wonder there are smiles on their faces, considering the form they have shown this season. 16 wins, just 1 defeat. That was in overtime on the final buzzer. They've recovered from that loss, which was at Fenerbahce, by winning 6 in a row. Fewer smiles for Barcelona. They've got to get back, as we heard from their coach, to enjoying basketball again. It's been tough for them recently, not only in the EuroLeague, also in domestic competition. They have been struggling recently. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games in all competitions. And they have a big deficit to Real Madrid in the Spanish league as well as in the EuroLeague. So no wonder that we didn't see many smiles on those Barcelona faces as they went through their introductions. The second meeting between the two coaches, of course, both fairly new in their jobs. As we take a look at some of the numbers, Real Madrid lead the league, or in the top 3 of the league in pretty much every statistical category. 21.7 assists per game is the best we've ever seen in this competition. On track to beat their own record from about a decade ago. And so that's a key aim for Barcelona, clearly, is to try to slow down Real Madrid's ball circulation, and that starts with Facu Campazzo. There is Alex Abrines missing out today through injury. Tip-off is around 3 minutes away as we take a look at the starting 5 for Real Madrid. Campazzo joined by Alberto Abalde, Janan Musa, Tavares and Eddie Ndiaye, which is perhaps a little surprising. Won't be too much to surprise Barca though. Abalde only his 3rd start of the season. And for Barca, it is Satoransky, Kalinic, Parker, De Silva and Vesely. So going big from the beginning. No La Provitola in the starting 5 for Barcelona. That is something of a surprise. Just the one guard, Satoransky. And as I say, La Provitola has started 13 games. Emin Mogulchuk, Mehdi Defala and Kristaps Konstantinovs are the men with the whistles today. Good luck to our referees. Good luck to our coaches. Good luck to our players. It's going to be a fantastic way to start the year as we see that head-to-head record. Just the one. Won by Mateo, who is, of course, the coach with the distinction of holding the title. Jabari Parker only making his 3rd start for Barcelona this season. It is unusual that they are going with just the one guard, no La Provitola. That is the change from the norm from Grimau. Just Mateo is pretty unpredictable with his starting 5s. Campazzo has started every game. Tavares has started every game he's been available for. Other than that, he does mix it up. And both teams going with plenty of size and power from the start today. So all that remains is the formalities. We're ready for El Clasico, the 2nd of the season. And Barca needing to turn around their form after losing 3 of the last 4 games. Real Madrid just looking to keep on rolling. They'll soon be starting to think about wrapping up a playoffs place. They're that far ahead of the pack. It's such a competitive league, but with the exception of Real Madrid, they're already 7 games clear of the playoff cut-off point. So if they keep winning, it won't be long before they're confirmed in post-season action. Eddie Tavares, the league leader, in blocks, the competition's all-time leader in blocks as well. Closing in on a milestone. Tavares, he has 395 block shots in this competition. Probably won't see him reach the 400 mark today. That would be asking for maybe a bit too much. 400 in sight, but 5 away. And it's Barca with the first possession. Kalinic keeping it in bounds. And Satoransky now feeding Kalinic in the low post. Vesely, they always look to establish him there around the free throw line. In the first few possessions is where they look for Vesely, and especially when he's up against Eddie Tavares, who does not like to be pulled out of the paint. Now Musa will take on the 3 for Real Madrid, and he'll make it. An immediate response from Canan Musa. So both teams with the ideal opening possession. Now Satoransky, it won't count. It's an offensive foul against Kalinic, as he pushed Campazzo to the floor. So that triple from Satoransky is ruled out. Campazzo to Abalde, making his 150th appearance in the competition tonight. Now Tavares, good ball circulation, no lack of patience from Real Madrid, as it's back for Musa for another one. Oh, from a long way. Canan Musa, what a start from him. We highlighted him at the beginning of the broadcast as a key player. He's living up to that. 2 possessions, 2 3-pointers from Canan Musa. Is Kalinic stepping into one? And looks like we might as well brace ourselves for a shootout tonight. Nothing has been missed yet. The only failed possession was for an offensive foul. Abalde back to Campazzo. Kalinic going to ground, no whistle. And it's worked inside for Tavares, who misses a shot he would usually expect to make. Now Parker going in transition. Work for Kalinic, who declines the 3-pointer as he prefers to attack Ndiaye instead, drawing the whistle from him. Well, no whistle there for a push or for a flop. The referee's trying to let the game flow, and probably trying to send a message to the players as well. Don't give us any of your funny business tonight. We're not going to fall for anything like that. Play the game properly. Let's see if they get that message. Oscar da Silva to Parker, and now Satoransky will look to penetrate. Wouldn't even think about trying to shoot over Tavares. Kick back. Shot clock running low. 2 seconds. Kalinic has got to get it up. Does just in time. And it's a smooth finish from Kalinic. So trying to match Musa. It's 5 for Kalinic, 6 for Musa. As the accurate shooting continues. Just the 1 miss from Tavares. Good defense from Parker. Campazzo has to pick it up and go for 3, which is an air ball, and couldn't be kept alive by Ndiaye. So big cheers from the Barca fans as they force the air ball. The fans certainly playing their part today. You wouldn't know this is a team that have lost 3 of their last 4 games. Parker with the turnaround. Jump shot, no good. Tavares and Ndiaye between them. Grab the rebound, and it's now Musa feeding it into Tavares. Works for Ndiaye, who will go to work on Da Silva. Smoothly done by Eli Ndiaye. And that silenced the fans. Listen to that. It was a groan of disappointment and then silence as Ndiaye sank that pretty floater. Now Vesely again in that position he loves around the free throw line, and that opposition loved him there. A lucky roll. Campato kicking it. And the shot is up from Abalde. It's no good. It's a second foul on Kalinic. As he battled away with Tavares. And so, decision for Roger Grimau. At the moment, he's staying with Nikola Kalinic on 2 fouls. The shot is up from Abalde and good. That's a 3. Another one. 3 of 5 for Real Madrid. Clear strategies to shoot from long range. 5 3-point attempts, only 2 inside the arc. There's Kalinic here. Again, Vesely drives inside this time, and 1 from Jan Vesely. He faked the shot from his usual position. Vesely. In the end, there is no foul on the play, so just the 2 to tie it up. And the worry here for Barca, they've been shooting so well, 5 of 6 from the field. They're not even winning. The foul was on Oscar da Silva, in fact, after the basket. Tavares. Ndiaye wants another one. That's short, gets his own rebound. Look at the time from Musa. Too much time, if anything, but it doesn't matter to him. Musa with 3 of 3 from long range. Now Da Silva did well to keep that alive. Here's Parker. Shoots over Abalde, no good. Rebounded by Tavares, and Real Madrid with the lead. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter. Barca will feel, how is this happening? We've played well, but we're losing by 3. And Ndiaye makes it a 5-point game now. Another pretty finish from him. A 5th assist for Real Madrid already. And the atmosphere is dropping in response to Real Madrid's fantastic start to this game. Here's Vesely with another drive inside. This time he can't score. Tavares did enough. Parker will shoot for 3 and makes it. Barca needed that. Just gone a little flat in the previous couple of minutes. Parker with his first shot of the game from long range gets it to go down. It's a very free-flowing game so far. Tavares kicks it back. Musa looking for 4 of 4, not this time. It's his first miss. But they keep feeding him. He'll keep shooting them. Parker will as well. That one was long. In transition now, Campato is fouled by Da Silva. It's going to be his second, as well as Kalinic also on 2. So both the power forwards for Barcelona already on 2 fouls. As we go to timeout, Real Madrid up by 2 with 4 minutes to play in a very fast-paced and entertaining first quarter. And for now, we will just look forward to a game later this week in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
The iconic former players, the Runas Jasikaevicius, who led Maccabi to back-to-back EuroLeague titles, faces his former side for the first time as the new head coach of Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul. Facing off against a club where he is every inch an icon.
Oh, man! It's good!
Yeah, the fun keeps on coming in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. We're back with more action tomorrow night. And Friday night, it's a double round week, back-to-back double round weeks, in fact, to begin the year. Sarunas Jasikaevicius, we saw there in that Video clip now in charge of Fenerbahce. Looking to bounce back after losing for the first time against Zvezda last night. That was a shock. Barca will be at home again on Friday. In fact, this is the first of 4 consecutive home games for Barca in this competition. They've got another Spanish opponent on Friday, Baskonia. As we get back to the action. No changes in personnel for Real Madrid. Barca have brought Joel Parra and Laprovittola back into the game, and look at Canan Musa, just continues shooting the lights out with the foul as well. Musa had Jabari Parker all over him, but he's still able to make it. Incredible start to the game from Canan Musa. 4 of 5 from 3-point range. And a chance now to increase his tally to an unlucky 13 for Barca. Barca are in the bonus now as well. 5 fouls committed. Only the 1 by Real Madrid. So Laprovittola in the game. And Joel Parra. Billy Hernan Gomez also coming in. As Satoransky finds Billy. Decides not to drive at Eddie Tavares. Now Satoransky shoots over Tavares. Tipped by Hernan Gomez, but he can't tip it in. It was a shot by Lapro, trying to arc it high over Tavares. Now Campazzo driving. Well, just about finds Tavares, who draws the whistle. The crowd don't like it. They believe the ball was still there to be grabbed. The referee's decision was that Tavares had it, and he did. He had both hands on the ball. Nobody else in the competition, few in the world, would have been able to make that play that Tavares did there, receiving that pass from Campazzo. He's so far behind him, but those long, long arms he has allowed him to reach back, draw the foul. And of course, as they're in the bonus, it is a shooting foul. There's an icon of this competition, and Real Madrid, Felipe Reyes, was the all-time leading rebounder when he retired. Real Madrid, great. Watching on as Tavares sinks both free throws. And the lead grows to 8 points for Real Madrid. Satoransky. Hernan Gomez. Now Parra. Parker will shoot it well. His second basket of the night. But can they slow down Real Madrid? 22 points in 7 minutes. Campazzo whips the pass to Ndiaye, going for another 3, no good, and Tavares couldn't do anything with the rebound. Parra in transition, and now they want a technical foul for the heavy contact by Balde on Laprovittola, who could not evade that contact as Parra did. Parker to the bench, and Rokas Jokubaitis comes in. So Barca have gone from starting with 1 guard to 3 now. And now listen to the reception for Sergio Llull, who certainly is not one of the favourite visitors to Palau Blaugrana, the long-time servant of Real Madrid, of course. Llull into the game for the first time. Jokubaitis to Satoransky. Took a touch off Real Madrid, so Jokubaitis can retrieve it. Can he get a shot away? He can. Oh, the swat by Tavares after the initial effort was off the mark from Jokubaitis. Laprovittola tried to make something of it, but Sergeant Swat, we call him, and that is why. get out of here. Dismissive by Tavares, who now needs 4 more blocks to reach the career milestone of 400. He can't receive the pass this time. The fans want a foul for the contact with Parra. Who will say that he was ready to take the ball cleanly. A technical foul. As Barca complain that decision. The fans none too happy, as that foul was called on the bench. Roger Grimau for his complaints. And Barca feeling that some decisions are going against them here, but just from that one replay, looked like the referee's got that one right as well. Looked like the ball was still there to be won. As Campazzo finds his way through, can't score though. He hasn't yet tonight. Is La Provetta in transition, looking for 3, and makes it. Barca going through a tough period in the game, but they're hanging in there. And that's La Provetta with the first score for the night for him. Yui answers at the other end with the drive and the floater. And it's a quarter century in the first quarter for Real. Jokubaitis gets the screen from Hernan Gomez. Yui sticks to him. Now Tavares is there to force him out. Parra's got a shoot, just about gets it away. And the rebound falls for Hernan Gomez. They get a fresh 14 seconds. Lapro. Hernan Gomez rolling to the basket. Now comes back to set the screen. Lapro Vitola with the reverse pass, shot, whatever, turns into an assist for Hernan Gomez. I think it was a bit of a blind release, but Billy was in the right time, the right place at the right time. Campazzo turns it over, and Parra going behind his back, and Yui is hit with an unsportsmanlike. The home fans will enjoy that. Did he make a play for the ball there? He seemed to get both hands around Parra, which is not exactly the conventional way of trying to make the steal. So I'm not sure that Real Madrid have any chance of overturning that decision. But the refs are going to go and have a look. He's been challenged by Chus Mateo, so let's listen in. So the decision confirmed, the challenge lost, and yeah, the fact that Yui there led with 2 hands, practically hugged Parra, meant there was little chance of Chus Mateo winning that challenge. And so there will be free throws for Parra, who's had a quiet season on the whole, his first with Barcelona after joining from Juventud Badalona. Only averages 2.8 points and 2.3 rebounds per game. And he gets supportive applause from the fans after missing the first, but still misses the second. So an unsportsmanlike foul on Yui doesn't count for anything. Fabien Causeur is going to come into the action to replace Musa. Vincent Poirier as well. Also had Mario Hezonja introduced recently, so only Abalde with significant minutes out of the Real Madrid on the floor at the moment. Satoransky has been out there for every second so far. Here's Para, faking, driving, floating it up, no good. Poirier takes the rebound. He's having a really good season, Vincent Poirier. It's a killer 1-2 punch they've got with him and Tavares. Poirier setting the screens for Yui, who looks for the floater, no good. And that is the end of the first quarter. Yui could not produce his traditional buzzer beater on this occasion, but his team have a 4-point lead at the end of the opening period. It's Barca 21, Real Madrid 25. So let's look at some highlights from the first quarter. We're going to see a lot of three-point shooting from Canan Musa. There he is, the first possession of the game for Real Madrid. And then the second as well. Nikola Kalinic answering for Barcelona from deep. But they just could not keep Musa quiet. In his 9.5 minutes on the floor, he scored 13 points. Jabari Parker had a couple of nice finishes for Barca. Sergio Yui coming off the bench for Real Madrid. Not sure that was a shot or a pass from La Provitola, but Billy Hernan Gomez made the most of it. And these are the stats as we see them so far. Barca winning the rebounding battle, but Real Madrid have been more accurate. The stat that really stands out, though, is that the visiting team have only attempted 6 two-point shots. 10 from long range is the reverse for Barca. 15 two-pointers and 6 three-point attempts. Unsurprisingly, Canan Musa was the leading performer of that opening quarter. A couple of rebounds to go with his 13 points. A PIR of 15 for him. The next highest is 7. It's Tavares. So Musa, without doubt, man of the quarter. We saw him on the bench there next to Gershon Yabusel, not been introduced into the action yet. The Frenchman back in action, or back in the 12 at least, after being out since round 9. Whether he gets playing time is another matter. Here's someone who is, Sergio Rodriguez, into the game for the first time. Real Madrid coming out with Chacho, Yui, Cozer, Hezonja and Poirier. Title winners all. It's Chacho looking for the alley-oop, and Poirier obliges. It's a classic combination. Those two have delivered that so many times this season. The alley-oop from Sergio Rodriguez, finished by Vincent Poirier. There they go again. Early statement in the second quarter. Barca coming out with Jokubaitis, La Provitola, Satoransky, Para and Billy Hernan Gomez. As La Provitola is fouled in the act of shooting by Poirier. Poirier ranks 3rd in the league for block shots, trying to get another there. Tavares 1st in the league in that category. Not an easy team to score 2-pointers on, and Barca have found that today with 6 of 15 made. And now 0 of 3 from the foul line. We saw Para miss a couple earlier. Now La Provitola misses his first. But not the second. Pressure applied by Barcelona, trying to get the violation, but they just managed to get it over the halfway line. And now Yu would take on the 3 and make the 3. So what an impact from Sergio Yui. 6 points for the veteran. To go with his unsportsmanlike foul. Here's Strong play from Hernan Gomez, but not strong enough. Poirier was there with enough defense to force the miss. Yui again. Out for Kozur. And it's alley-oop time again, is it? This time missed by Poirier. And Kozur following up, couldn't finish. Poirier was complaining to the referee that he was fouled. And here's Hernan Gomez off the mark again. He's losing out to Poirier in that head-to-head at the moment. Hezonja, very quiet so far, December's MVP. Kicks it back out to Chacho. Poirier with the screen. Yui for the rainbow three, it's short. And the second quarter scoring pace has dropped. Barcelona have not scored yet. 3 guards on the floor. Here's Hernan Gomez, and he does get this one to go. So Barca get their first points of the quarter. Kalinic has come back in for Satoransky. Hezonja. Oh, they leave him alone. There's a defensive mix-up there. Hezonja will be frustrated. He didn't punish them. He's been so good from long range recently. Now a great pass from Laprovitola, leading Kalinic to the basket, and Chus Mateo calls for the timeout. Barcelona with a mini run, a 4-0, halving the deficit from 8 to 4, and Chus Mateo wants to talk things through. Vincent Poirier has to be careful here, talking to the referee still about the foul he felt he should have got as he goes to the bench. Let's go in and listen to the Barcelona timeout with Roger Grimau.
Sí bloqueo, sí bloquea, están a medio campo, hablarlo para ir abajo y luego ya jugamos el week. Don't jump on Rodríguez. En la línea del balón, en la línea del bloqueador para el primer bote y luego nos vamos. ¿Vale? Si es back, el back, chicos, vamos. 1, 2, 3.
Well, there's the alley-oop from Poirier. Sergio Rodríguez feeding him. The other end, Barca responding with Kalinic scoring. But one stat that really jumps out is that Hernan Gomez has taken 4 offensive rebounds so far. Barca are struggling to score close to the basket, 8 of 19, but they're getting second chances thanks to Hernan Gomez. That's something for Real Madrid to be aware of as Yui drives and scores and one. Turned on the acceleration there. Sergio Yui continuing his outstanding game by drawing the foul from Parra, who definitely bumped him there as he went up. He had enough control and balance to finish anyway, and now Yui, we're only 13 minutes into the game, but he could move past his season average in scoring. It's 8.2 per game, and now he's up to 9 in this one. It's already very apparent to Barcelona just how big their task is today. Real Madrid back up to a 7-point lead. Barca aren't playing badly, but they're struggling to just hang in there. Jokubaitis does well. A strong finish off the glass with his left hand. His first points. Sergio Rodríguez looking for the alley-oop again. Poirier seemed to not be ready for it. They're looking at each other to say, well, I didn't know you were passing to me, but why didn't you leap for it? Something they execute so often. That is a pass, isn't it? That's not a shot. Chacho was expecting Poirier to be rising to the rim. He did get a foul whistled, though, as Parker returns, and so does Vesely. Here's Yui again. Not that time, but a long rebound is claimed by Kozur. Now Hezonja gives it to Chacho. Hezonja very quiet so far. No points, only one shot attempted. Chacho for Poirier. Spins away from Vesely, who got something on it, on the buzzer. And it's a shot clock violation. This took a little too long to develop that play, Real Madrid. Poirier last to touch it as well. Only the second turnover by Real Madrid. Both teams looking after the ball well. Just 2 turnovers apiece, in fact. Kalinic. Size advantage over Yui. Kicks it up for Laprovitola. Beautifully released by Laprovitola. His second triple of the game. And they pulled it back to a 2-point margin. They are battling hard to hang on in there, Barca. The defense has stepped up in the last few minutes. And they nearly get another steal. The pass from Kozur. Almost giving a gift to Laprovitola. Yui switches on to Parker. Looks for another 3. Surely not. Nowhere near it. But Kozur picks it up and drops it in just on the buzzer. Great awareness from Kozur, sniffing out the rebound. His 3rd offensive rebound of the game. Laprovitola looking for another. Not this time. Poirier with a very strong rebound. His 3rd of the game. It's Chacho. Now they look for the alley-oop again. Do they know it's a floater? It's hard to tell sometimes. Is he shooting? Is he passing? But it's Chacho this time with the floater that drops in perfectly. His first score, and just like that, the lead is back to 6 points. Just past the midway point of the second quarter, 31-37. Let's listen to Chus Mateo.
Luego cambiaremos con... Luego va a entrar él y después entrarás tú, pero ahora le voy a dar un tiro a Mario. Le voy a dar un tiro con L4. Con L4, ¿vale? Perdón, sí, con L4. Chacho, tienes que liberarte este pase sin perder aquí con Jokubaitis, que está poniendo mucha presión, para L4. Tú vas a entrar, Mario, ¿vale? Hasta aquí, ¿vale? Estás mirando a este lado, como si le fueras a poner este bloqueo a Fabián, ¿vale? Musa, vas a salir con el bloqueo de Vince. Mano. Te quedas aquí y sales sobre Vince, sin prisa, cuando la tenga Chacho.
Chus Mateo trying to get Mario Hezonja involved in the game. He's been very quiet so far, December's EuroLeague MVP. You got to admire the job that Chus Mateo has done at Real Madrid. Not easy to take over from Pablo Lasso after more than a decade in charge, all the trophies he won. But Mateo stepping in, and it's as though there never was a change. Just keep on winning. Reigning EuroLeague champions. Parker with a nice pass, and Vesely! Jan Vesely with the big finish over Vincent Poirier. Vesely would not be denied there. He's up to 8 points now, the leading scorer for Barcelona. Here's Hezonja. That play they drew up in the timeout, and Hezonja says, thanks, coach. I'll repay your trust in me. And he sinks his first basket of the night. Take the air out of Barca's elation following that dunk from Vesely, who comes back again. Gets a favourable bounce off the front of the rim. And he's up to double digits in scoring, 5 of 6 from the field. Here's Hezonja. Nice pass this time, and Poirier shows that he can dunk it too. No defense there, but had there been, would have been irrelevant. Nice pass from Hezonja that time. So a basket and an assist from him in the last 2 possessions. As Jokubaitis' foul, nearly getting the 3-point play. Sergio Rodriguez drawing the whistle. As we see substitutions. Dario Brizuela coming in for the first time from Barca in place of La Provitola. And it's Ndiaye and Musa returning from Real Madrid as, again, Vesely showing his shooting range. 3 baskets in 3 possessions for Vesely. Keeping Barca in touch. Kazur into Poirier. Chacho for Poirier, another alley-oop. They just keep on combining. Pretty much unstoppable, those two. So, what a pass behind the back from Parker. Vesely looking for another score. This time, picks it back for Kalinic, who didn't want to shoot over Musa. Now falling away, it's short. Comes back to Parker, though, who takes on the quick 3 before Ndiaye could get there, and Parker strikes his second triple. And they're refusing to go quietly. Every time Real Madrid land a blow, Barca come back with one of their own. In a fantastic game so far. And here's Ndiaye for 3. Looks good, it's not, though. And Poirier can't take the rebound again. He feels he could have had a whistle. Jokubaitis will drive. Vesely again from the foul line, not this time. What a contrast to their game early this season that finished 65-64. We're on track to beat that scoring by the end of the 3rd quarter here. As Kazur this time just about finds Musa. And it's Poirier who can let Ndiaye drive in. No. Nearly turned over by Parker. Chacho was alert to that. Just incident after incident in this game. You can't take your eyes off it for a second. Another alley-oop there from Chacho to Poirier. Another 3-pointer for Jabari Parker. Barca have Satoransky back in. So they have Satoransky, Brizuela, Jokubaitis, Parker and Vesely. Campazzo returning for Real Madrid. Last 90 seconds of a fast-paced first half. Step back from Brizuela is long. Rebounded by nobody, and the last touch of Satoransky. And it's in the hands of Campazzo, who's been very quiet so far. No points, just 2 assists in his first 10 minutes on the floor. Unlikely that he'll stay that quiet for long. Musa was dynamite in the first quarter. Is Campazzo looking for his first points of the game and getting them. Told you wouldn't keep him quiet. He strikes the 3, and the lead is back to 7, which is where it's been pretty much the whole of the second quarter, around that margin, between 5 and 8 points. Is Jokubaitis looking to drive. Brizuela electing not to shoot over Poirier. Satoransky with 5 on the shot clock. Dives in. Picked up by Jokubaitis, and he gets it to drop. Good finish from Jokubaitis, sticking with the play. And that will be a timeout as we pause for breath in an all-action first half. Jokubaitis, he needs a breather. He's got 12 minutes on the floor so far. It's a 5-point game. And we'll listen in to Roger Grimau in the timeout for Barcelona.
Tenemos 2. Vamos. Estamos en 5. Defensa 5. ¿Ok? Usar las 2 faltas como hay que hacerlo, y al final, si tuviéramos alguna situación de peligro que suelta en cuanto huele balón, rápido, inmediatamente, si es especialmente con Darío, Vamos al trap y preparados para saltar la segunda ayuda. Vale, primero las dos faltas. Defendemos bien, defendemos duro, a coger el balón. Si no, al final tenemos la opción, defendiendo 5, si nos meten en el poste, de saltar con el buen balón rápido ahí, tenemos las segundas ayudas preparadas. Vale, chicos, el último, porque estamos haciendo cambios. Vale, el último es el que va, porque estamos haciendo cambios, si puede ser que esté aquí arriba. ¿Ok? Vamos, Yanni.
So Barcelona are hanging in there. It's been a tough task for them to stay in touch with Real Madrid, who have been ahead nearly all the way. The last time Barca were in front was at 9-8, back in the early stages of the game. Since then, it's been Real Madrid in front by as many as 8 at times. And there are fouls to give here. We heard that from Roger Grimau, reminding his players they have 2 fouls to give. So expect them to be used here. Oscar da Silva has come in. But he can't get to Campazzo, who is off the mark. Real Madrid have fouls to give as well if needed. Brizuela, 2 seconds, shoots for 3, makes it! Dario Brizuela on the buzzer, allowing Barca to finish the first half on a high. Real Madrid had fouls to give, but they didn't use them. And Chus Mateo is probably wondering why not, as Brizuela allows Barca to finish the half with a 5-0 run and make it 45-47 at the interval. Let's go courtside and hear from the key player for Real Madrid, certainly in the first quarter, Janan Musa, waiting to talk to us.
Janan, you've been leading most of the time during the first half, but stopping every moment when Barca tried to come back.
You know, we know it's tough road to game to play in. Barcelona is a great team. We have to continue to play with this edge in defense, especially, and we have a good chance to win the game.
Thank you.
So Musa quietly confident of his team's chances to go on and win this one. Now we'll hear from Jan Vesely.
Jan, tell us about this first half. You have been getting close, and after sometimes Madrid got some advantage. Tell us about it.
That's how they play. They play like this all season. We're trying to match the energy. They're scoring a lot of threes. That's their game. We have to try to stop that.
Thank you.
Not easy, is it, trying to stop Real Madrid? Barca have put a lot of energy into the game, there's no doubt about that, but these 2 players led their team so far. Vesely, 6 of 8 from 2-point range. Musa, 4 of 5 for 3s. Musa with 3 rebounds as well, helping to give his team an advantage, but only a narrow advantage, just 2 points between these teams at the interval. It's been a wonderful game so far at Palau Blaugrana.
Airlines, BKT, Adidas, and Squeak.com. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Well, an all-action first half we have witnessed here tonight. Musa's triples were the key feature of the opening period. He scored 4 of them in 9 minutes. Barca trying to respond from long range, but it's Real Madrid who've really persisted from deep. The home team have focused much more inside. 28 2-point attempts from Barca. That one thrown down fiercely by Vesely, as was that alley-oop by Poirier, his 2nd of the night. Campazzo with the triple for Real Madrid, their 8th of the evening, but it was Dario Brizuela who had the final word of the half. His only basket of the night on the buzzer, making it 45 to 47. Here are the numbers then. Barca have been more accurate from long range. They haven't attempted as many three-pointers, but they've got a better conversion rate, 6 of 10. Also winning the rebounding battle. Both teams using the ball very well, only 2 turnovers apiece. Real Madrid better inside, 9 of 16 conversions. Who knows where this second half will take us? It's been a thriller so far. Can't wait for whatever the second half has in store at Palau Blaugrana.
If you ask me what you need to create a champion team, you need time. So you need 1, 2, 3 years to create one core of players that they can know how to play together.
I think that the consistency of the team, it's very important. Even if you transfer 10 star players, it's very difficult to make all together like a consistent team. You made this in the last 3 years. This is very important. Sometimes one very good player, one star player come and your chemistry of the team, they balance.
Whenever you win games in a row, everything's going to be easy. It's easy to convince everybody that this system works, this is how we have to go. But when you lose the game, everybody starts having doubts about themselves, about the system, about their teammates. It's better to have this situation during the season than at the end.
Perfect player for me is the player that thinks the team, not to himself first. Of course, then thinks to himself, because for the team, if he is good, the team will be good. If you ask me which is more important, to be a physical stronger or mental stronger, for me mental stronger. Yes. Players that every time they like to improve themselves and to be honest. I must be honest with you. Who is good in my team? I don't care about the names. The names will not win the game. The game will win the best 5 players that are make the hustle.
I don't believe that there is a perfect player. Everybody has weaknesses. I had in my career a lot of fantastic players. Spanolis was one of them. About the work ethic, about how he treats his teammates every day. You know, talent to a player is even if he say good morning. You have 10 months working together, living together, and sometimes, you know, you cannot see a face like that, someone who is always nagging. You need positive persons. Thomas Walkup is very close to this because he doesn't care if he has 2 points in the game, he's wide open at the end of the game, he's not going to score. He will give the ball to someone else to feel better. It's an example from what I want in this period of time in my career. Ergin is one of the highest level European coaches. I believe that his basic weapon is how he handles the game. He doesn't hesitate to make the right move, even if the most expensive player that he has, if he doesn't play well, he will bench him immediately.
For me, it's very exciting that Coach Barzokas, he has this system, I believe that give the players confidence, so everybody knows what to do. This is very important. When I walk on the street, everybody are following basketball. Everybody knows the basketball. The people have a big passion for the basketball.
Olympiacos is like a religion for our fans, and winning or losing is something more than just a win or just a loss. And somehow we need to calm down, you know, because sports has to be something that are making us, you know, happy.
Everybody on the street, they ask me more to beat Olympiacos. They don't ask me more
to win the EuroLeague.
To win the EuroLeague.
Yeah. Or Ergin is here, you know, he created one atmosphere in Panathinaikos right now because they were really depressed last 2 years.
Yes.
And right now it looks like they're happy. Of course, I believe that he's going to be unhappy at the end of the season.
Thank you.
I enjoy the time here.
Yes, also
we can have a dinner sometime.
Yes, we will have a dinner.
Turkish Airlines, BKT, Adidas, and Squeak.com. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Half-time at Palau Blaugrana. It's been a really good game so far. Real Madrid have controlled most of the game, but Barcelona have not let them get away. They've been up by 8 several times, but the home team just keep on fighting. One of the main reasons that Barca have done that is Jan Vesely. An outstanding first half from their veteran big man. 12 points, making 6 of his 8 two-pointers. This was the first of it. It's something that Barca always look to do early on, is establish Vesely from around the free throw line. Pull the opposition centre away from the basket. And maybe that's helped reduce the effectiveness tonight of Eddie Tavares, because he's only got 2 points and 2 rebounds so far, Tavares. And it's certainly Vesely who's been the key player in the paint so far. Vincent Poirier with 6 points and 3 rebounds for Real Madrid. Ilian Gomez, 4.6 rebounds. Vesely, it's all been about the shooting, no rebounds yet. But as I say, those 6 two-pointers made by the Czech Jet. And on the other side, it's been Canan Musa, who has been spectacular for Real Madrid, especially in the opening quarter. Well, exclusively in the opening quarter, in fact. All of his 13 points coming in the first 10 minutes, and all of them but 1 free throw coming from long range. That was the shot that earned him the trip to the line, and the foul by Jabari Parker. Also an assist and 3 rebounds for Musa. Who will be the key players in the second half, though? There have been a few who we haven't seen much of yet. As I mentioned, Eddie Tavares, just 2 points for him so far. Mario Hezonja, just 3 points. Facu Campazzo, 3 points. On Barca's side of things, Satoransky hasn't scored yet. Nico Laprovitola with 7 points. And we'll go down now to get some views from the coaches. Firstly, Roger Grimau is with Pera on the court side.
Coach, what kind of things do you need to adjust a bit in this second half to try to get a win?
I think that we have pretty good defense. They have tough shots, some threes that we didn't defend well, but we got to adjust the threes and try to be more fluid on offense.
Barca's shot zone not being too bad at all. They'd like to be more effective inside and see if they can establish a bit more from Hernan Gomez perhaps in the second half. Only 4 points from him so far. Now the Real Madrid coach, Chus Mateo.
Coach, what did you say to your players in the locker room regarding this second half?
We have to pay attention on the rebound. After rebound, they score 10 points. We need to be much more aggressive. They get 8 offensive rebounds and 10 points from that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 8 offensive rebounds grabbed by Barcelona. And as noted by Chus Mateo, 8 second chance points for Barcelona. Ilian Gomez was a big part of that. 6 rebounds for him, and 4 of them were at the offensive end. So that's clearly the focus for Real Madrid. Message delivered by the coach Chus Mateo ahead of this second half. A full house at Palau Blaugrana, a Clásico, the opening game of the second half of the regular season, third versus first in the standings. We couldn't ask for much more, could we, to start the new year in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague? And if you do want more, if you're greedy and you want even more, okay, tomorrow we'll give you the Belgrade derby. How about that? Crvena Zvezda against Partizan. Big games every week in this competition. The best against the best every week. The most competitive league in the world. And when we're lucky, it's the best against the best twice a week, as it is this week and next in the double round week. As we see, Rokas Jokubaitis was the best individual performer in that second quarter with a PIR of 7, including the penultimate basket. Before then, Dario Brizuela beat the buzzer to give Barca a lift and make it a 2-point game at the break. Something Alex Abrines might often look to do, but he's out tonight through injury. As we get back to the action now, ready for the second half. It'll be Real Madrid with the first possession, coming out with Campazzo, Musa, Abalde, Hezonja and Tavares. Campazzo, quiet so far, so too Hezonja, spinning, trying to get away from Jan Vesely, spinning again. Just about able to find Tavares, 3 seconds, and then the pass is not delivered to Abalde. Turnover to start the half, good defense from Barca. Satoransky for Vesely, a little too far out, especially when Tavares is in the vicinity. Now Kalinic with a big size advantage on Campazzo. And he uses it to drive inside, but can't finish. Tavares swats the rebound down. Real Madrid in transition now. Tavares setting the screen for Campazzo. Tavares up against Da Silva, who does a great job. They're keeping Eddie Tavares so quiet, Barcelona. Now Da Silva at the other end. Finding Parker, kicked out, Kalinic, wide open for the lead, makes it. And Barca start the second half by going ahead for the first time since early in the first quarter. And the thing that will encourage them the most is their defense. Those 2 possessions that Real Madrid had, they didn't even get a decent shot away. This time they do. And it's Mario Hezonja immediately regaining the lead for Los Blancos. Can't keep them quiet for long. Same starting 5 for Barca at the start of the second half as it was at the start of the game. Parker. The shot was disrupted, but Da Silva follows up to grab another offensive rebound, and you know that will infuriate Chus Mateo. It's exactly what he told us at half-time. And he wants his players to change, giving away offensive rebounds, but Barca get their 9th of the night. Here's Tavares, kicks it, worked on, and it's a shot up and no good from Abalde. Now Vesely, such quick thinking from Vesely. Knew he was going out of bounds, threw it against the heels of Abalde. He thinks that he was already out of bounds when it hit him. And, well, I think he might have a point. Bounce from Vesely looked to be out of bounds. But Vesely has reached now the career milestone of 200 blocks. One of the many categories which is in the top 10 all time. Misses this time though. Campazzo. It's a heavy foul from Da Silva, which is his third of the night. That is one thing that would be in the back of the mind of Roger Grimau. Very heavy contact, really. You could say that Campazzo ducked into it. Chus Mateo clearly wants the unsportsmanlike. But the height difference meant that Campazzo was naturally at that angle to receive the blow from Da Silva. I was going to say it's now Jabari Parker picking up the foul, and that underlines the point that I'll eventually make, that Barca now have Da Silva and Parker on 3 fouls, and Kalinic, the other forward out there, on 3. Sorry, he's on 2. So 2 of them on 3, Kalinic on 2. Foul trouble starting to become an issue for Barca. As a result, Da Silva comes out of the game, and Joel Parra comes in. He's only 1 foul. So a tight game. Campazzo for Musa. He get his 3-point shooting going again. It's a tough pass for Balde to take, but he does well. Can't score. Tavares, shot clock low. He's called for travelling. And his tough night continues. Hezonja goes to pick him up, and perhaps encourages him not to talk too much to the referees as well. Tavares with his 3rd turnover. He's not scored a field goal yet. And he's only got 1 defensive rebound. Tavares is being very well controlled by Barcelona so far. Trying to get away from Campazzo. Hands it on to Kalinic. Still 10 seconds on the clock. Now Vesely with the turnaround. Tough shot. It's short, but picked up by Satoransky. Kalinic trying to give it back to Satoransky, but Balde is there to make the interception. We're seeing a lot more turnovers in this second half. Hezonja for the 3. That's short. And rebounded by Parra. Hezonja can't get going today. 2 of 5 from the field. Here's Parra. Heavy on the shot. But Vesely gets there to tip it in. Tavares again struggling. Couldn't take the rebound. Vesely with the finish. Barca back in front. They'll be very happy with this start to the second half, mainly for the way they've slowed down Real Madrid offensively. Only 3 points for Real Madrid in this 4 minutes of play. Hezonja will try again. Another miss. And again, good boxing out. No rebound for Tavares. And they slow down the tempo. A slower game suits Barcelona more. More control for them. Kalinic finds Vesely, who gets the shot away before Tavares can get there. Tavares is really struggling here. Chus Mateo must be thinking about getting Vincent Poirier back in the game. He's been more effective tonight. Vesely, 16 points. They'll keep trying from long range, but Musa misses this time. Nothing going for Real Madrid. It's a 9-3 partial for Barcelona in this 3rd quarter. Now the foul is whistled on Campazzo. Barca, though, have got to take advantage, full advantage of this passage of the game where they're in control. They're not going to dominate like this for the rest of the game. And while they are ahead in terms of the rhythm and the tempo, they need to turn it into a decent lead. They don't want to come away from this period of dominance only up by 3 or 4. You know Real Madrid at some point will hit back. Satoransky shoots over Campazzo. No good, skimming the rim. Hezonja. You know that Hezonja or Musa, Campazzo, Tavares, all of them can get hot at some point. Campazzo doesn't there though, and he stays down. 5-on-4 here. Kalinic, baseline. Looks for Parker, but that was sloppy. Maybe Barca had too much time. They were lulled into a false sense of security by the fact there were only 4 defenders against them. Turned over, and then the foul by Vesely on Musa, who's a little bemused as to why that rugby tackle from Vesely wasn't unsportsmanlike. So too is his coach. This is Campazzo's heavy landing. No foul there at all. Dived through a gap. The timeout has been called as Jan and Musa and Chus Mateo continue to wonder why there was no unsportsmanlike called there. As Vesely floored Musa. Midway through the third, are into a timeout, and it's a quarter that's being dominated by Barca, hence the fans on their feet and singing. So a 4-point lead for Barcelona. Midway through the third quarter, that'll give us a chance to look back at the Turkish Airlines flight time play of the game. And it's no surprise when these two players are on the floor that it comes from an alley-oop between Sergio Rodriguez and Vincent Poirier. A couple of alley-oops for those two in the second quarter. We could have chosen either, but this is the one we've gone with as the flight time play. Poirier with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and a stronger game so far than his fellow big man, Eddie Tavares. But it's Tavares who has still got the trust of his coach, Chus Mateo. In fact, no changes in personnel from Mateo, despite his team's very slow quarter so far. Just 1 basket for Real Madrid in 5.5 minutes. That was a triple for Hezonja. Barca have their largest lead of the night so far at 4 points. Now Tavares. Billian Gomez has been brought in to guard him. And Tavares still can't get going. There's no rhythm at the moment. Everything's coming hard to him. Satoransky. Naprovitola back on the floor. And he's going to shoot for 3. Doesn't make it. Rebound this time taken by Tavares. As they protect their backboard. Something that Chus Mateo is insisting on. Musa for 3. Now they come. Musa's first basket since the first quarter. And it's from long range, as all his field goals have been tonight. 5 of 7. Is that going to be the start of a Real Madrid response? Billian Gomez ensures that it's not, as he finishes nicely from mid-range. If they can get him going, it will really help Barca put more pressure on Tavares. 3 minutes to play in the third. Now Tavares surely will score. A player that doesn't really even need to jump to dunk it, just thrashes that down. With a bit of frustration taken out as well as he gets his first field goal of the night. It's Kalinic now. Velapro for 3. He'll be annoyed he didn't make it. And then Campazzo, the smallest player on the floor, takes the rebound. Will drive through, tries to give it to Tavares. It came off the feet of Satoransky. They're trying to get Tavares hot, aren't they? Real Madrid, we've seen that now 2 plays in a row where they fed him. As Sergio Yui returns to the action. 9 points for him in the first half. Campazzo. Again, Tavares rolling to the basket. It goes instead out to Hezonja, who misses. Tavares can't take it, and neither can Hernan Gomez. Just bounced on the baseline as Kalinic tried to make the save. So Real Madrid will get it back again. There's Gershon Yabusel. No action for him tonight, despite returning to the 12-man roster for the first time in a couple of months after injury. We've not seen Carlos Alocen either, and neither James Nagy for Barcelona, as it's turned over by Real Madrid. The foul is on Tavares, moving as he tried to free Hezonja. Only his first foul of the night. Third quarter that's been a lot more like the game we might have expected. Satoransky going up and finishing well above Hezonja. It's his first basket of the night. As I was saying, this third quarter low scoring, 13-8. That's probably much more what we would have expected than the 45 to 47 first half. A slower pace. And a great bit of hustle to no avail from both Satoransky and Parra. Sorry, Billy and Gomez and Parra flinging themselves to the floor, trying to keep the play alive, but unable to do so. As we head into timeout again, just under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. A close Clásico, a 3-point margin. Festive atmosphere inside Palau Blaugrana tonight. The school children are still on their Christmas holidays here. Don't go back until next week. They've got the Three Kings celebrations to look forward to, so everybody's in a party mood still. The vast majority of fans inside tonight, of course, are for Barcelona, but we've seen a decent number of white shirts as well in the stands. Return to action with Poirier in the game. Is Yuri on the buzzer? Nowhere near. So another successful defense for Barcelona. Sergio Rodriguez comes in for Campazzo. Barca have Jokubaitis back in with the three-guard set again that we saw at times in the first half. Satoransky, Laprovitla and Jokubaitis, joined by Parra and Hernan Gomez. Satoransky who will drive and give it to Hernan Gomez, but a great block by Poirier. And now the fast break. Hezonja with the flush. Defense leading to offense for Real Madrid. Poirier with the block. Hezonja with the throwdown. Emphatic stuff from the visitors. Now Satoransky for Hernan Gomez, who is so brilliantly denied by Poirier, and is again here because that bounced on the baseline as he tried to get past the Frenchman. This is the block though. Poirier leading to the fast break, finished by Hezonja. Well, that three-guard set didn't last for long because Jabari Parker is back in, and he's on 3 fouls, so that's something to watch out for. As Real Madrid in the final minute of the third quarter trying to go ahead again. Chacho with the three does exactly that. His first triple of the night. It's 11 now from long range for Real Madrid. And it's a 2-point margin. Jokubaitis. Falling away, failing to score. Poirier taps it up. And Real Madrid will take it down now. There are fouls to give to both teams. Barca have one of them. Chacho gets no defense, so says, well, I'll drop it in there. If you're not going to stop me, 2 scores in a row for him. Fouls to give for Real Madrid. They'll surely want to use them here. And Yul does that. Chest into La Provitola. They have one more. Yui and Rodriguez out, with Kozur and Ndiaye coming in. There's no foul trouble at all for Real Madrid. Sure to try and use another one here, but Parra is open and he can't finish, can he? But Barca following up can. In fact, it's going to be basket interference, so the score from Parra does count. Yeah, Poirier going through the net. Just swipe that away. And now Yui and Rodriguez back in, joining Musa, Poirier and Hezonja. So you've got 4 very good 3-point shooters on the floor for Real Madrid. Oscar da Silva is back in for his defense. Sergio Yui draws the foul that Barca had to give from La Provitola. 2.2 seconds. And they'll look to set it up for probably Yui on the buzzer. Kozur is also coming in for Poirier, so they've got 5 shooters out there, no big men. It will probably be Yui. They have other options. Barca respond with Oriol Pauli getting a couple of seconds as Hernan Gomez to the bench. So Sergio Yui, surely not, surely not, surely not. No, even Sergio Yui unable to produce something special on the buzzer there, but his team do have the lead through 3 quarters. It's a 2-point margin in favour of Real Madrid. 60 to 62 is the advantage for the visitors with 10 minutes to play in El Clasico. So a third quarter that was initially dominated by Barcelona. They held Real Madrid to just 1 basket in the opening 6 minutes. It was then, though, that Canan Musa hit that 3-pointer. Then they found Tavares for a dunk. And Real Madrid enjoyed a 0-7 run, which got them back in front. I remember saying midway through the second quarter, when you're in front, when you're on top, when you're controlling the game against Real Madrid, you've got to make it count. Barca didn't want to come away from that phase of dominance with a small lead, and it's worse than that for them. And they've lost the lead with that response from Real, who had a tough third quarter, but are still winning by 2, just as they were at the start of that period. So that is a concern for Barcelona. They did so well, restricted Real Madrid to just 15 points in the quarter, yet they're no better off than they were at half-time. The outcome, of course, still very much in the balance. But it's Real Madrid who have the edge and being the better team for probably 23, 24 minutes of the 30. Sergio Rodriguez was the best performer of that quarter, thanks to his late spurt. 2 consecutive baskets for him. So into the final 10 minutes then, unless we have overtime, which you wouldn't rule out. Barcelona with Jokubaitis, Laprovitola, Parker, Parra, and Hernan Gomez in the game. Laprovitola penetrating, runs straight into Hezon, who got a bang on the face. And couldn't release the ball before he took it out of bounds. Good defense from Hezonja, putting his body on the line. And there will be a fresh 14 seconds for Barcelona, as great hustle shown by Yuri, but to no avail. And now the skirmish between Laprovitola and Rodriguez going after each other. I think we're going to have a couple of ejections here. There was contact between them, not quite clear who initiated it. After the basket was scored, as they established their position and regained their balance, Laprovitola scoring, and then Rodriguez seemed to catch him, while they caught each other, and then neither of them left it. Yeah, I think Chacho with the initial hand to the face, and then Laprovitola responding, squaring up and going after Sergio Rodriguez. Wouldn't be surprised if both players get ejected here. The referees, of course, are going to have a look at it. And let's see what the decision is.
Go back.
We'll listen in.
Normal speed.
We'll change the angle.
Under basket camera. Under basket camera. A little bit back. Normal speed.
Well, that angle does seem to suggest Rodriguez was the main aggressor. That's why the fans have reacted like this.
Continue, continue. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Laprovitola did respond though, so, and then he went back after Rodriguez.
After that, nothing.
Would guess an ejection for sure for Rodriguez.
I was there. Okay, so we go with two personal foul. I'll let you number 31.
Let me check the clock, control the clock.
Go back, go back. Continue. Time is correct. 20 from Barca, 31, 13 from...
So unsportsmanlike foul is the decision. No more than that. And in fact, it's one apiece, which Laprovitola not happy with. And effectively they cancel each other out, but now Laprovitola in fact hit with a technical foul, and the unsportsmanlike for Rodriguez. So not a decision the home fans will be happy with. They're all over Rodriguez now And he turns it over to get the biggest roar of the night. There's been a great atmosphere throughout. It's going to be another level now. A tied game. The crowd and the players fired up. And La Provitola unable to pick it up and score. And then the decision is that it was kicked out of bounds by Jokubaitis, as Poirier chased after it. It is all going on now. In fact, it was a foul on Jokubaitis in the end. And it's a time for calm heads and cool execution now. Never much doubt about the kind of emotion and passion in this fixture. El Clasico always has plenty of that. You've got to balance that. We're still focused on playing as well as battling. Now Yui sees it bounce off a Barca player. They claim there was no touch and that was a violation and should be a turnover, but now on the buzzer, Chacho off the mark. The fans on their feet, and every shot, every screen, every pass is being met with an exhale of breath as Vesely gets the fans back on their feet. With a nice finish inside, Barca back in front. I think we're going to have a few back and forths before this one is done. Here's Rodriguez, who sparked the mayhem. Hezonja knew he was falling out of bounds, so kicks it to Yui. He looks for the rainbow three. It's short. Poirier tries to make the save, can only give it to Jokubaitis. In transition, alley-oop for Vesely. Can't quite finish initially, but then he does. And Jan Vesely continues to dominate the paint. Another close-range finish for him. With the contact from Poirier. After Real Madrid's offense came up short. Vesely has the chance for a three-point play. And I'm not sure I've ever heard the Palabra Grana louder than this. We're back for another review. And this time it's a more straightforward one for the clock.
7:53.
So an impromptu timeout for the two coaches, who are now told, OK, that's that, we're ready to get on with the game again. It's been a well-controlled game by these referees. They've kept it flowing when they've been able to, being firm in their interventions when they've needed to. Did think that perhaps there would be an ejection for Rodriguez after that confrontation with La Provitola, but they've allowed both players to carry on. And a 5-point margin now is Barca's biggest lead of the game. The last 5 points all from Vesely. Rodriguez looking for three. Won't go. And Jokubaitis nearly knocking Kalinic over in his eagerness to get the rebound. No points for Real Madrid yet in the fourth quarter. Vesely now looking for La Provitola, blocked by the foot of Poirier. 7-0 run for the home team so far in nearly 3 minutes. Parker onto Laprovitola, getting away from Yui. And finds the pass, and oh, Jan Vesely! Oh, Jan Vesely, a huge slam all over Vincent Poirier. Jan Vesely taking over here at Palau Blaugrana. A moment to remember for a lifetime for Jan Vesely, who has been sensational in the last few minutes. 7 points in a row for him, forcing the timeout. And Barca now are in control of this one for the first time tonight, and it's all thanks to Vesely. Let's go to the Real Madrid bench.
Vamos a jugar un poco cero, ¿vale? Cero para Mario aquí. Sale Facu, Sergi, ahora Mario, poste bajo, cero un poco. Si llegamos en transición, no me importa jugar uno al lado, ¿vale? Uno al lado o 5 abajo. Este ciego. ¿Vale? Sergi,
Come back, stay together, fellas. Stay together.
Chus Mateo keeping calm. He knows that his team will come again. There's still plenty of time remaining here. Barca have got themselves into a good position, but they have by no means won this game yet. And Real Madrid will look to respond now like the champions they are. Elian Diaye is back in, as is Tavares, replacing Poirier, who had the Vesely's dunk all over him to send him to the bench. Now Mario Hezonja, very quiet so far tonight, and he goes to ground again there. Good defense from Kalinic. And Parker now will kick it for Jokubaitis. Slowed down by Barca with Laprovitola. Up against Campato, who's come back in to replace Chacho. And he's able to give it to Kalinic, who goes for 3. And it's a 10-point lead. Nikola Kalinic, he felt he was fouled as he released it, but it didn't matter. He's 3 of 3 from long range. And it's a 12-0 run for Barcelona to start this fourth quarter. It's exactly what Real Madrid did last week to Asvel. Actually, it was even more. It was a 16-0 run there. Don't rule out Barca doing that now. Fans seem to quite enjoy that one from Kalinic. Are their team going to get themselves back onto a winning path in the best possible way by beating Real Madrid? It looks that way at the moment. The visitors have got to find their offense again. Will they try and do it through Tavares? Yui on the buzzer, no good. Parker in transition. Holds off Campato, and they'll slow it down again. Parker and Campato all over each other, and Campato in the end committing the foul. He knew he had to because of the physical disadvantage he faced. Parker just saying, give me the ball, give me the ball. Campato knew he had to foul him. Quiet night for Campato. 3 points. He has 5 assists, though. And they stretch the lead even further. Here is Lapro. Vesely. Again! Jan Vesely. A sensational performance. 25 points for him now. As Campato tries to answer. And he's fouled by Jan Vesely. On the floor, says one ref. And so they'll discuss it. Does the basket count? Well, they're saying now that it does, and that Campazzo will have a chance for a three-point play, but they're going to review that. I think he's being challenged by Roger Grimau. Vesely is saying to the fans, come on, let's hear you.
Show me the contact. Go back. And
No. Wrong.
Act of shooting.
Wrong label.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. More. Normal speed. Normal speed. Then come back. Go now.
Catch the first contact.
Come back a little bit. Go. Gather the ball. Contact is here. Gather the ball. Continue. Didn't dribble. He's in the act of shooting.
Okay, let's watch the time.
Fighter is correct.
Well worked through by the referees. Great for us to be able to get that insight and to hear those conversations. Why don't all sports do that, you wonder? Eases our understanding so much. And it is a three-point play opportunity which Campazzo is able to take, ending a barren run for Real Madrid of 7 minutes, bridging the third and fourth quarters. And getting it back to a single-digit margin still. Good lead for Barca, as now Ndiaye draws the whistle. Jabari Parker trying to take it past him down the baseline. Vesely been so good in this fourth quarter, 9 points for him. Now it's La Provetola, no good, and Ndiaye flies in for the rebound. Campazzo looking to push, finds Cosur for three, he makes it, and Real Madrid are fighting back. You knew they would, you knew that this game wouldn't just be a simple stroll to the finish line for Barcelona. And with a three-point play from Campazzo and a three-pointer from Cosur, they've halved the deficit midway through the fourth. Timeout. 6-point game. Let's listen to Roger Grimau.
Tanque. Ya probó, ya take your time. Saco, vienes aquí, cálido, ¿vale? Tenemos esto, buenos espacios, muy buenos espacios aquí. Esto, para esto, si no hubiera nada, jugamos esto, ¿vale? Sato, Cadina, Jabari, Juli, y jugamos esta situación aquí, ¿vale? Intentamos sacar esto, si no hay nada, otro lado, y vamos, ¿vale, chicos? ¡Están en bonus! ¡Están en bonus!
Roger Grimau's men have really responded well tonight to their recent poor streak. They've lost 3 of their last 4. They lost their last home game here in the EuroLeague against Milan. They were beaten by 20 last week at Monaco. This has been a spirited response, but they've got to finish the job now. By no means done. La Provetola for Satoransky. He drives inside with the floater. No good though. Tavares rebounds it. He's starting to control the paint a little bit more. And here's Campazzo. Finds Ndiaye. Fans asking for a travel, but they're not getting it. As Campazzo slows it down. And Diaye moving into position, but Campazzo is dead trying to give it to Tavares, can't do so. Now Kalinic with the long pass on to Parker! First break. Basketball to perfection. Kalinic with the outlet pass, immediately helped on by Laprovitola and thrown down by Jabari Parker. Spectacular from Barca. 8 assists now for Laprovitola. The lead is also 8. Hezonja. Sure, how did he get that to go? Kalinic with outstanding defense, but somehow Hezonja got it to drop, and he's gradually clawed his way up to 13 points now. There's a foul on Kozur. We see again that spectacular transition from Barca. Kalinic to Laprovitola to Park. Real Madrid are in the bonus, so that foul on Kozur means that Laprovitola can go to the line. Just Matteo less than impressed. Three and a half minutes to go. Real Madrid need a couple of scores and a couple of stops to get right back into it before we head into crunch time. Here's Hezonja. No good. Rebound grabbed by Laprovitola. Long possessions suit Barcelona now. They have the lead. The more time they can take off the clock, the better. Satoransky knows that more than anyone. Laprovitola, no good. It was a foul as they contested the rebound. Vesely went to the ground. Kozur not in agreement. It's Campazzo who blocked the path of Vesely to try to take the rebound. Maybe Vesely exaggerated it a little, make sure the referee saw it, but I don't think Campazzo is exactly watching the ball there. He just had his eyes on blocking Vesely's route to the basket. Third foul on Campazzo. Vesely, his second trip to the foul line today. He makes it 26 points now, 12 of 16 from two-point range. 2 of 2 free throws, 3 rebounds, a steal and 3 blocks. Quite the night for Jan Vesely. And it continues as it goes to 27 points. And it's a 10-point game. And it's starting to be now or never for Real Madrid here. Campazzo for Hezonja for 3. Hezonja makes it. And he was so quiet in the first 2.5 quarters, but he's starting to come back now, up to 16 points. December's MVP showing why. Barca will need a few more scores yet to get this win. Laprovitola kicks for Satoransky. Oh, unlucky. And Vesely can't take the rebound. Campazzo for Tavares. And he's fouled by Kalinic, who at least forces Tavares to go to the line and earn the points that way. Stopping Eddie Tavares from dunking when he wants to is not the easiest task, but Kalinic did well there. A foul he had to make. Tavares has been so quiet tonight. 1 of 3 from the field. Now 3 of 3 from the line. Makes it a 5-point game. Where's your money then? Who's going to win this one? Barcelona up by 5 as we head into crunch time. Who is going to be the decisive player? Could be any of them. You've got world-class talent all over the floor. Here's Satoransky for Vesely, who's been the man of the fourth quarter, but a miss. And Campazzo with the rebound, pushing, driving, kicking. Musa for three, short. Satoransky with the rebound. We say in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague that every game matters right now. Every possession matters. Every pass matters. And of course, every shot matters. 90 seconds. Laprovitla for three. And Barcelona now have one hand on the victory. An 8-point lead with 84 seconds to play. And Laprovitla gets his third triple of the night. 14 points to go with 8 assists for him. Palau Blaugrana has the flags waving. Soak up the atmosphere. This is the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. This is the most competitive league in the world. This is the greatest sporting occasion in the world, bar none. Barcelona against Real Madrid. Always special when these two teams go head-to-head in any sport. It's third against first in the competition this season. Barca looking to stop the decline that has seen them just fall into a 5-game deficit on their fierce rivals. A win by more than 1 point will secure the head-to-head for Barca as well, which could yet come into it, you never know. But for now, all they care about is the win by however many points. They're not taking that for granted yet, as Parker fouls Hezonja, which is going to be his fourth. And it will send Hezonja to the line. It was Musa, in fact, excuse me. Misses, well. Canan Musa, without doubt, the man of the first quarter with 13 points. He's only scored 3 since then. And they cannot afford free throw misses when they're trying to chase down an 8-point margin. Gets the second, but big possession here. If Barca can score, it'll be close to game over. It would be a 3-possession game. That would be 3 3-pointers. With a triple themselves, Barca would make it a 4-possession game. Is Kalinic. Vesely drives at Tavares, who blocks the shot. Kalinic rebounds it, but then has it taken away from him by Hezonja. And here's Campazzo. Can't score, but Musa's going to, and Real Madrid is still alive. So it could have been a 9-point deficit and a 3 or 4 possession game. Now it's back to a 5-point margin and a 2-possession game, still with 50 seconds to play. A heavy landing for Campazzo. As he released the shot, or just released the ball just to get rid of it, he knew he was going out of bounds. With a bit of fortune for Real Madrid, it dropped to Musa for an easy finish. Bertrand Yabusel is discussing something. Maybe felt there was a foul there. Yabusel not playing today, despite his return to the roster. Let's listen to Barca.
Con Lapro, Jan, play twist, okay? Play twist. Vale, tenemos Sato, Kalina, y Javari, vale? If they switch, just show this screen to come here if they switch, okay? Pero tener esto de aquí, ¿vale? Sí, espérale ahí, Lapro, que venga bien y toque a venir aquí, okay?
So that basket from Musa keeping Real Madrid alive with 50 seconds on the clock. Barca have Satoransky, Laprovitala, Kalinic, Parker and Vesely. Real Madrid coming out with Rodriguez, Kozur, Hezonja, Ndiaye and Tavares. Campanto unable to return after that knock that he took. Here's Satoransky unable to score. It came to him rather fortuitously. He wasn't expecting it and couldn't get himself set. Now Hezonja for three. It's no good. And Vesely, the MVP of the game, takes the rebound that could seal the game. Are Real Madrid going to foul, or are they going to let the time go? Surely they're going to have to foul. They're going to have to foul, because otherwise Barca can run it down to 5-6 seconds. And that's what they're allowing them to do. So it's going to be a Barcelona victory here, despite the turnover. Barca can just let them score here. Well, they didn't even do that. Parker takes it, and that will be it. Barcelona have won El Clasico. They've returned to winning ways in the best possible way by beating their biggest rival and beating them with a fantastic fourth quarter, spearheaded by Jan Vesely. And it gives them the head-to-head as well. That probably will not prove to mean anything at the end of the regular season. But what it does mean is that Barca have shown again that they can compete with and beat the best. Something that hadn't been evident recently, but tonight it has been, especially in the second half, with the defense that restricted Real Madrid to just 31 points after the break. As Real suffer only their this one, Jan Vesely dunking all over Vincent Poirier. That is our magic moment from the night. Look at Vesely just gritting his teeth as he rose. He would not be stopped there. Poirier, one of the best defenders there are in the paint, but he could do nothing to stop Jan Vesely, who was with that magic moment one of several key plays in the fourth quarter. He scored 9 points in a 3-minute burst that allowed Barca to take control of the game for the very first time. And it's therefore no surprise whatsoever that Jan Vesely is also our player of the game, the player of the game, the player of the game. He had 3 blocks as well as 27 points, 4 rebounds, a steal. Probably Vesely's best game for Barcelona so far, and I think we should go courtside and hear what he thought about it.
Jan, congrats for the win. What a different second half, isn't it?
Different game totally. I mean, we just know how to play. We just had to, fight from the beginning and defensively, and stay mentally, focused and for the job that we should do. So we did it today, and we should continue and forget about the December we had.
And was a win very needed, having in account the last matches.
Of course. I just said the same. after December we had, to beat Real Madrid, almost unbeatable team. So I'm very happy for us, and we just have to build on this.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, it was a bad December for Barcelona. They lost 3 of their last 4 games in this competition, but fair to say, January has started pretty well for them, beating Real Madrid. And it was the defense in the second half. That is the identity of this team, holding Real Madrid to 31 points after they'd scored 47 in the first half. Let's listen in now to Roger Grimau. I imagine that defense will be exactly the point he makes.
Coach, congrats for the win. You improved in the second half in both sides of the field.
Yeah, we defend really good, very aggressive when the game was tight, and we have big support of our fans that push us a lot. And after that, in offense, we find good options and good solutions.
And a step forward from all the team was needed regarding the situation of the team after last matches, and they did it.
Sure, we are doing great on practice, and sometimes it's like this up and down, and in this up and down, this down. We have to go up immediately. We had good chance today, and really happy for my players.
Thanks a lot, and congrats again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Roger Grimau may have been under a bit of pressure heading into this game. Losing 7 of their last 10 games in all competitions, 3 of the last 4 in the EuroLeague. It's a tough time for any coach, especially when you're new in the role, half a season in and untested, unproven at this level. Yes, he's a Barca legend as a player, but sometimes patience can be in short supply for coaches. He needed that win, and he's shown that he can get his team to play a very good game tonight.
Congrats for the win.
From Nikola
Great reaction from the third quarter.
Yeah, we came out strong, we came out good, and great second half for us. I mean, also in the first half we were not bad, but second half really we played really aggressive. We fought for every rebound, and we won the game at the end against the great team.
This is the first match previous to another 3 in a row here in the Palau. Is the time to try to come back?
Of course. I mean, we are not playing great lately. It's not a secret. We have some problems, but I think this is a great game to give energy to everybody, to learn from this game also, to try to see what good things we were doing, and to try to make a push now. Now is the time.
Thanks a lot, and congrats again.
Yeah, it's given Barca a bit of a template, hasn't it, this performance, especially the second half. And that defensive strength, which served Barca so well in the first 10 games or so of the season, is something they'll look to recover now. And the other side of it, of course, is Real Madrid being held in the second half. We'll hear from just Mateo.
Coach, things became more difficult in the second half. Give us your comments about the match, please.
Yeah, they play much tougher than us. They play with probably more wish. They were more needed, probably, and they used this need to play much more aggressive than us, and they deserve the victory.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no complaints then from Chus Mateo, saying that his team didn't have as much desire as Barcelona. That's the word he was searching for rather than wish. You know what he's saying, and it's something that you no doubt will be spoken about in the Real Madrid locker room. They don't want to lose out in terms of desire for victory in the future. You can always take a positive out of a defeat. You can always learn a lesson from a setback. And Real Madrid, in the end, were pretty well beaten, especially in the fourth quarter. A very enjoyable game at Palau Blaugrana. It was Real Madrid who struck first and regularly, with Canan Musa leading the way. 13 points for him in the first half. Sergio Llull also contributed 9 points in the first half. Barca hung in there though. And in the second half, Jan Vesely started to take over. This was a big moment as well. Daniel Brizuela with a buzzer beater right on the half-time interval to pull it back to a 2-point margin. Real Madrid still stuck with it strong in the third quarter. And led heading into the final period, but then it was Jan Vesely time. This was a brilliant play as well. The fast break finished by Jabari Parker. That basket from Laprovitola effectively sealed the victory at the end. You can see, just in the background behind the graphics, the Barca players have come back out to celebrate with the fans. Several hundred of them have stayed inside the arena to continue their chants. As we look at the numbers of the game, 9 of 18, accurate three-point shooting from Barca helped them. As we see the results, all home winners this round with one exception, and that was a big one for Zvezda at Fenerbahce tonight. Victories for Valencia over Efes, Virtus over Bayern, and Baskonia over Panathinaikos. Both of those games by just 2 points, showing again, keep saying it, because it's true, it's the most competitive league in the world. And look at that leaderboard to prove the point again. Real Madrid, okay, they're top by 3 games now, but look how tight it is below them. 13, 12, 11, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. What's that, an 8-way tie? Is that now for 5th place? This race for the playoffs is going to be something special. We've got a double round week, so the best news of all is that the action continues tomorrow. Fenerbahce against Maccabi, what a game that'll be. Zvezda against Partizan. Olympiacos against Monaco. We are spoiling you this week. Barcelona against Baskonia back here on Friday. Real Madrid against Efes. How many great games do you want? Sensational week of action to start the year. And a really good game here at Palau Blaugrana. Real Madrid dominated the first half, Barcelona the second, and the home team ended up as the winners. Happy New Year and good night from Palau Blaugrana.
Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with